What up to the podverse and everybody sleeping in the cloud? Welcome to the Black Law, where we talk black about TV, film, music, and sometimes we just digress into conversation and drink hot coffee. But being that it's summer, we're going to drink cold water. My name? Rod. The gentleman on the other side of me, depending on what platform you watch, and his name is Ryan. He is my co-host. Say what up, Ryan.
What up, what up, what up? What's happening, what's happening?
That's all you're going to get. But he builds up as the show goes on. We are talking different world. Can I say something? I gotta say something before we start.
Right before let me give if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, that like button, that share button, that comment button. Oh no, type of comment. If you're on Apple Podcasts, on any of the podcast platforms, please give us a 5-star rating. And if you do not like what you see or hear, or in this case hear, leave that 5-star rating, and we promise that we will do better. And you can find a lot more clips on IG, TT, and FB. And shout out to E. Tiffany Customs Creations. They will hook you up with some gear. Just go to etiffanycreations.com.
For all your apparel needs. You know, I just saw, because I appreciate other podcasts, I saw on the Pivot, Ryan Clark was talking about how it irritates him that his family members say L, pronounce the L in salmon. Well, I don't even know if this is the same thing, but the cat I just showed you,
Yes.
you all didn't see this. This was before we came on. I saw that cat do number 2 for the first time ever in years. Like, I used to wonder, like, where I thought the cat would go, like, cause the cat would get out the yard. I thought the cat would go out the yard and do it like all over in other places. And a couple years,
now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever seen a cat do number 2.
I've never seen a cat do 2 or 1. I just knew that it did it away. Now let me tell you this.
Yeah, that's true too, actually.
6 or 7 years ago, I found we keep mulch in the backyard. So I'm like, I was like raking the mulch, and I was like, hey, what is? I found like a lump of waste, and another, and I said, this is where you've been doing this. Like, I thought this cat was going all over the city, all over the neighborhood doing it. That cat has been quietly doing this in the backyard and covering it up and walking on. And the other day I walked in the backyard and I saw the cat and I said, what up, cat? And it's like this, right? It was hunched up, and I was like, what you all tense about? Because it wasn't a special, it was just like tense. I was like, damn, what's wrong with you? And I was like, oh, Lord. This just threw me. I don't know, bro. It just threw me.
Yeah, I didn't expect to start off that way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm assuming that I thought you were going to like say, and then my T-shirt showed how I felt next.
Courtesy of my brother. Let me tell you something. I saw this thing on. I saw. I don't know. Do you remember Warner Brothers having these very polite gophers? No, after you. No, after you.
Yeah, on Looney Tunes.
Their names were, which I thought was funny, Mac and Tosh. They were called the Goofy Gophers.
Never knew that.
Yes, Macintosh. I guess somebody liked Macintosh albums and said, hey, let me just call him Macintosh. And I couldn't help but wonder, and it's all hypothetical, you know, it's kind of like the GOAT thing. If those two had to fight Chip and Dale,
I'm giving it to them. Chip and Dale ain't got. Yeah, Chip and Dale ain't.
I do too. I got them.
They're real polite too. They're like the British police.
They like I think like they undercover like MI6. I was like, I got those two beating Chip and Dale's ass.
It's like they're like 007
Yes.
gophers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got them. Yeah, bro, I got them beating. I said, I won with you.
Yeah,
I said,
yeah, yeah.
tag team. Yeah, go. Because somebody showed me something recently, a picture of them. Do you realize that Chip and Dale were modeled after Magnum PI and Indiana Jones?
Chip and Dale, I don't think they came. I think they came out before that.
Yes, but when they did that Rescue Rangers thing, whatever it was,
Oh, for
one had
real?
one had a
Yeah, I never.
Hawaiian shirt on, and the
I
other
was,
one had.
yeah, yeah. I was in college by that time.
I mean, me too, but I just was kind of like, yeah, I had to say that. We
I
don't
got
only entertain.
I got a
Go ahead.
non shout out. Non shout out. First of all, shout out. I got to give a shout out. Was recently down in Florida, right outside Orlando. Shout out to my niece Sydney and her husband Jordan. They got married. Beautiful wedding. So shout out to them. Which leads me to the non shout out because while down, right outside of Florida, we're walking along the beach and non shout out to the service dog walking around without a leash.
That's not, that's not a
So
service though.
he had this service dog um, vest or whatever you want to call it on him, and he walked by and he was with and non shout out also to his owner because they were just walking along the beach. First of all, you're not supposed to be with your dog. The dog's supposed to be on the leash. Let's start off with that. And then the service dog just kind of, Brady's just kind of looking around, and I'm like, really?
True service dogs, I was told this. Don't pet them. But
Oh,
when
I wasn't going to pet him, but
No, I
it was just the
understand
point.
that.
It's the point that you have a service dog off the leash, and y'all just walking around the beach like, hey, what's up?
My point is, they're not a service dog. They're just doing that to get over. Because service
I
dogs,
wonder where he got his vest from, bro.
bruh, I'm wondering too, because they selling counterfeit ones everywhere. Because I saw a couple in the airport recently, and I was like, come on, man, that's not. Because the dog came over to me, and it hit me. I was like, wait, this is a service dog. Service dog ain't supposed to walk over to me.
You should have told him. You should have called him out like Eddie Murphy, bro, in Life. Hey, boss, he over.
Oh, man.
I wish I would see a service dog come up to me in the airport. I would snitch like no other snitch on earth, bro.
It didn't catch me till later. Because I said, hey, buddy, what's going on? And I was scratching his behind his ear. And I was like, wait, this is a service. You ain't supposed to be walking up to me.
Yeah. And bro, when I tell you this service dog, he was just walking around, just looking around, and
That's service.
I'm like,
That's service.
how you off your leash? And his owner, he's
Ain't
just looking
serving
around.
nobody. Off the leash, ain't serving nobody. Ain't serving
like,
a soul.
I'm like, man, ain't nothing wrong with you, man.
Not a damn thing. Black Law, we don't only entertain here, we educate. The Black Law word of the day is doff. D-O-F-F. It's a verb pronounced doff, meaning to politely tip hat in a respectful gesture or manner. Using the sentence, upon seeing Sister Sarah from church, Malik quickly doffed his pelican's cap to her, but then stepped into Club Shishi's to enjoy the chicken wings. Doff.
There you go, man.
Look.
Yeah, word of the day, man.
Doff.
Word of the week, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you got it.
Ma'am, take it with you. Educate. Use it somewhere. Hey. The brief summary is brought to you by...
Our brief summary is brought to you by Brevity. If you didn't have it, we'd be here all day. Boop.
The Poetry Buzz has hit Hillman, and Freddie is building up her winter roster.
Freddie, hey.
Freddie was building her winter roster. How about that? How about that, Freddie? How about it? We start in the classroom in a poetry class. Man, then I mean, no pun intended, because the professor's name is Paul Mann. He is played by
Eric LaSalle.
Eric LaSalle. You may know him from ER, Peter Benton, as Peter Benton.
The angry doctor.
Angry surgeon. God damn it. God damn it, Mark. I'm just a goddamn surgeon. Or you may know him from Coming to America.
Oh, yeah.
The heir to Soul Glow. Let me tell you something, man. Any actor that can shake that type of role, you're an actor. My applause to you, bro. My applause to him.
Oh,
because
that
could have been him for the rest of his life. But he is Peter Benton, bro. Peter Benton.
Benton.
He's Peter.
Benton.
Yeah, he's Peter Benton.
Up.
Dude, when you shake, that's like your boy on what is that? Saved by the Bell. Mark Paul Gosselaar, bro. I said, if I ever meet that dude, say, look, man, you an actor, though, because you shook a character that could be stuck on you like for life, though.
He is currently playing in a show where he's like I don't know if it was a killer or.
Really?
It was.
I think it was on NBC.
Yeah, something on NBC. I whitewashed it.
He went to NYPD Blue. NYPD
yeah, he
Blue
did. He did. He went there too. He was there too.
He was a dad on Grownish. No, Mixed-ish. He was a dad on.
Yeah.
This dude has done some stuff, man.
He is officially the most accomplished. Well, I won't say most accomplished because your boy Mario, he obviously is accomplished, but not in that area. He was more with the Entertainment Tonight.
Entertainment Tonight. No, I'm not knocking it. I take the gig, but I'm just saying he hosts Entertainment Tonight. He's still I forgot the character's name. Slater. There you go. He's still Slater.
I actually don't see Slater anymore. I see Mario Lopez.
Okay.
That's his name? Is it Mario Lopez?
That is. You're correct. But back to Peter Benton. Peter Benton is playing Professor Paul Mann. He is teaching poetry, and lo and behold, the ladies in the class are enthralled with
Jocking. These ladies are jocking Professor Paul.
Dwayne and Ron are kind of.
They don't even call him Professor. He said, "Call me Paul."
Dwayne and Ron are kind of not feeling it, and we get to the point where
no, don't say it like that.
Why not?
They hating. Let's call it for what it is. They are hating.
As what Paul said, Ron is doing this for the fourth go-round. His dumbass. It's making me look back at Milton from the last episode and say, well, damn.
I can't fool with you, boy.
But Dwayne says, I am a man of science. Poetry is useless to me. I said,
a man of science or math?
No, he said, I'm a man of science.
Oh, okay.
I'm a man of science. Poetry is useless to me. Because that statement struck me. It's like you a bit about it. Like, I understand you're an engineer. Like, stop, dude. Come on.
He's a hater. We learned a lot about Dwayne.
Dwayne was not
season.
A hater, man. He had his issue. He had things, but he's a hater. You're like this young lady I see online now. She said, "Now that I'm an adult," she's looking at all the TV shows. Now that I'm an adult, it's like I'm seeing things differently. Kobe, our semi-regular guy who is from South Africa, he disagrees. He says some poets are outlawed in South Africa. You cannot listen to James Joyce, Langston Hughes.
Yeah, that's one. NWA. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
You probably could. You cannot listen to KRS-One. He is a teacher. You cannot listen to Ron DMC. Kool Modi. De La Soul. You cannot listen to any of them in the country of South Africa. It is banned. Kobe, you got problems. But
ATCQ. also known as A Tribe Called Quest.
But Paul said when they were doing it, Paul he says they were outlawed because they make some people think. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to see at that moment when he was saying this, he said Langston Hughes, James Baldwin could not be heard. I wanted Keenan Ivory Wayans to walk in with a mailman suit and say, "Message." I did.
I forgot about that.
I wanted him to come in and say, "Message."
I forgot about that.
We go to the I'm sorry, and they are given the assignment. They all have to write a poem.
Yeah.
What was them? We go to the pit. Ron and Ernest are grabbing a bite to eat. Ron is wearing this Russian-style jacket that you probably get at Merry-Go-Round or Chess King. I don't know. I just had to mention
Merry-Go-Round and Chess King used to be in a mall, as you all call it. In New Orleans, we call it the Plaza.
Which is a mall. It is a mall. It's just
but we call it. But be honest, until you left New Orleans, it was always the Plaza.
I mean, it was the Plaza, but you knew it was a shopping mall.
You never, I never heard anyone.
I never referred to it as the mall.
Referred to a mall. No, I'm talking about anywhere too. People would say, "I'm going to Lakeside." Lakeside, it is Lakeside Mall, but nobody ever said Lakeside Mall.
No doubt about that. But you knew it was a mall, but we never referred to it as a mall.
I'm going to the New Orleans Center. Are you going to the New Orleans Center Mall? No.
No.
I'm going to the New Orleans Center.
Very true. Ernest
is jocking Freddie.
Freddie comes in and he's on Freddie, and Ron said, "Man, you see it hundreds of times. You see 100 times." He says, "You know what? I questioned it at 57, but at 97 I cemented it. I didn't know." Which was that was kind of funny line to me. He said, I think he said like,
but she rolled up in the pit with a dreadlock dude, huh?
She rolled up in on her own. Dreadlock dude rolled up on. His name was Livingston. His real name is Alex Desert. He did like 9 years on this show called Becker. Played a blind man. That's the biggest role he's really known for. But he's had a lot of roles like on the old Flash show, not the Flash show on the CW, the 90s Flash show.
Is that who you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
You said that dude's name like he Tom Selleck.
Come on, now. Just in case Alex Desert is watching. Damn, come on, bro.
I didn't know who that dude was by name.
I should have.
It's not Eric LaSalle. It's not like it's Kadeem Hardison's brother.
Man, I gotta say this on the show For Your Love. I wrote for a show called For Your Love, and Adafe, the actor Blackman, who was on Different World as infamous Dion episode.
Oh yeah,
especially his girlfriend.
He'll never be able to shake that.
Yeah, I mean he's got roles, but people know him from that. His girlfriend on the show was Tamala Jones, and she loved Eric LaSalle. And I swear to God, he had this thing where he said, "I got you tickets to go see your boy Eric LaSalle." He used to do LaSalle. Somebody tickets to see him in piano lessons, starring your boy Eric LaSalle. Bro, you used to have me dying. But Ernest noticed Freddie. He's like, "Yeah, but Muddy." What he called me? He said, "Muddy Locks over there is always coming up when I wanna pull up on Freddie." And he's talking to her.
What was the name of this episode again?
The Power of the Pen.
I think it should be changed to The Power of Hating. Because they were just hating. The theme of this whole episode, I'm starting to peep out, was hating. A lot of hating going on. Dude mad because Dreadlock dude and pulled up on a woman that he liked. Bruh, you gotta get there sooner, man.
Ron mentions that he is the editor of the Hillman newspaper, and he is giving his whole thing about ecology. Ernest did say that. I just thought about it. He said that. Look at that. Using ecology is weak. I was like, damn, that was hating right there. He said, He said, "Look at that dude using ecology. That's
I wish
weak."
I was next to him. I'd have said, "Did it work?" Cause he got them digits.
Lo and behold, the character's name is Livingston. Livingston invites her to a third world festival. We got some vegetarian food. We can do this, and it's like it's a date. Livingston bounces on. Ernest pounces on Freddie
Hey,
and
bro,
says,
digression, bro. You ever notice, especially at Howard, bro, you would always have some dude on campus, bro, who either he just had some dreads, and he was all about staying away from red meat and pork and smoking beaties. It's like, come on, bro. How you gonna how you, how you gonna how you gonna keep on just how you want the veggies and the veggie patty, bruh, and you want you want to stay away from the red meat, but you gonna smoke something that is described by everybody on campus as it makes your lungs bleed. Come on, bruh.
"That's called contradiction."
That's right up there. That's right up there with the 5%ers, bruh.
5% who knows the truth. Yeah, I don't even get into
Yeah.
that.
Can I please get a beef patty with pork on the side, brother?
You stupid. You stupid. Let me state, Ernest and Ron had ordered Messy Melvin burgers. That's the Messy Melvin burgers in the Punch Out. Ron wanted heavy onions. Ernest didn't want onions because he was about to pull up on Freddie. So Ernest pounces on Freddie and says, "Something smells good, and it's not the food." I really needed Mr. Gaines to pop out and say, "Hold the hell up. 5 seconds ago, you was on him goddamn Messy Melvin burger. Don't be talking about my food."
But back to the hating, bruh. He saw her, he knows that he pulled up on her talking about Livingston, pulled up on her and, say, "Hey, let's go out." And dude said, "You know what? I'm going to go out too." Come on, man. Come on, man.
But this is where that's the whole in the summary. That's how we learn building rosters. That's what he did. Everybody's been so.
Freddie, all good. Freddie, like, hey.
But I mean, that's just. I mean, you know what? As what's her name will say, Jaleesa will say later. It's like it's the '90s. It's the '90s. But
Freddie was funny. Freddie was kind
of
of funny though. Just not to cut you off, but Freddie was funny though. She had a little when Ernest was like chasing her through, and she can't even describe what she was doing, bro.
She was giddy. She was loving that shit.
Her mannerisms, bro. Like she just.
It's just
This is why she is a Hall of Fame voice in the cartoon world.
Yeah. She's a Hall of Fame.
That is a Hall of Fame voice in the cartoon world.
You smell good. She said, "It's just my honey and bee pollen soap." She was loving it. She was loving it. Ernest says, after the game, he says, after the football game, maybe we can go get something to eat somewhere that doesn't have a drive-through window. And she says, "I'd like that." So it's a date. Roster building. Don't need assistant coaches. Yep. Go, Freddie, go. Dwayne is brooding in the pit and he's mad.
Hating again. Hate. It's hating ass.
Hey, man. Paul is there talking to some of his female students, I guess, about poetry. When
Dwayne just over there like this, like, how he get to talk to all the girls? Why the girls like him so much?
Walter enters and comments on the frown on Dwayne's face. I gotta say, man, Walter has like the red out of his hair is gone now. All of a sudden, he's got like a dark beard and his hair is dark. Like I don't know how he did it. Now I'm wondering now, like, was your hair red, Sinbad? It's a lot going on.
He seems like he is. Actually, he seems like he's probably natural red hair.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But Dwayne's brooding and he talks about Paul and it's like Freddie, Walter says it's like, look, man, poetry has won me won me a fair way with many of women, including Jaleesa.
I ain't
And
gonna lie.
he
The
tell
poem that he hit off with, that's a pretty good poem. It's pretty good poem. That's a pretty good poem.
I think Love Jones might have stole a little bit of some of that. I'm not gonna lie. He said something about in your left eye and in your right thigh. I was like, I said,
Oh, let me find out. Love Jones out here stealing from Sinbad.
I don't know if it's still or it's inspired, but when I heard that, I said, why does that sound familiar? I said, that sounds like from Love Jones, but I gotta go check it out. So, just
Hey,
saying.
bro, let's back it up.
No, though,
The
I'm not putting
poem,
Theodore with you,
the
bro. What the hell?
possibility, the possibility that the writer of Love Jones was inspired by Walter Oakes.
No. I didn't mention, you know what? This is directed by The Power of the Pen. I didn't even say. Power of the Pen is directed by um, Debbie Allen, of course, but it's written by Jasmine Guy and Dominic Huffman, who you will see later as Julian.
Really? Oh.
It is written by Jasmine Guy and the man who will play Julian.
They would write about poetry. Got a little light
You go
skin.
to Jaleesa and Freddie's room. Freddie enters, and she's questioned by Kim and Jaleesa about a date. And Freddie starts talking about they were walking and talking in the moonlight. And Kim just wants to know if she got some sweet lip, but I think
Kim
it's some.
Walona Woods back in all the business.
I think it was on different word. I think it'd have been something different. She said, Did you get some sweet lip?" She kept sweet lip. I think she.
You know, when she said it, I thought back to when you said it a couple of shows ago. Like, wow. I was like, that must have been a phrase back in the day.
I was joking. She's real. Sweet. Sweet lip makes me think of Sweet Babu with peanuts. My sweet babu liners. Give me some sweet lip. That's what that makes me think of. Sally Brown. Jaleesa said she's leading on. He said, "Girl, so nothing happened." No, something did happen. They get all excited, this, that, and the other. And then Jaleesa said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Ernest called about y'all date tomorrow." And Freddie, who is so busy, is like, "Oh, I forgot completely about that."
Player.
And Kim says,
Player.
"You got a date with Ernest?" It's like I think Ernest would be more like with me.
Oh.
And I gotta admit, what's his name? Freddie is now concerned because she says, "Touch him and you would draw back a stub," and Kim says, "It's nub, nub." It's like she got excited as hell. We go to the library. Ron is trying to convince Dwayne to go see Thick Thigh Thelma at a matinee mud wrestling show. Dwayne is like, "I ain't got no time for this. I'm still working on poetry." Ron says, "Hurry up so we can bounce. It's that easy." He said, "What about you got the poem to write?" Ron says, "I wrote my poem." He said, "It's done." He says, "I'll recite it for you. In the middle of night, the sun sleeps." And Dwayne said, "That's a great title." That's the whole damn thing.
So when I think back to Debbie Allen talking about mud wrestling, I do wonder, with her being a Howard grad and talking to more recent, probably people. I'm thinking probably talking to students who were there in the 80s. You know, I'm wondering if mud wrestling replaced the house on Georgia Avenue. It was changed to the house because of one man who owned a magazine called The Penthouse. I wonder if the house is in place of, mud wrestling is taking the place of the house on Georgia Avenue. You do know the house.
Yes. Oh,
Yes. Because, come on, bro. Mud wrestling?
yeah. I was like, who is going to see Bud Wrestling?
But
Um,
if it is a lot easier to use mud wrestling on NBC than going to the house. That's all I'll say. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
good point. Very good point. I got you on that one. Ron wants Ron wants Dwayne to just slap something down, and Dwayne is not with it. He said, "You accept these these for these mid grades. I am not. I have to keep a GPA up."
I won't
Um,
call that. I won't call Dwayne Hayden right there. It is true. At some point in time, you may want to study. May want to study. You
a
may want to
little
do you may want to do the correct assignment.
hell yeah. So Ron leaves, and Paul, who is in the library, comes over and sees Dwayne. And says, "You know, Dwayne, I talked to Colonel Taylor, and he says you're one of his best students, or whatever." Basically, Dwayne is like, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like this. Yeah. I don't like this. I don't want to do. I have to do this." That's what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul lets it be known. He says, "I'll let you go." He says, "I'm off." He said, "Where to go see Thick Thigh Thelma?" Uh,
Going to the house.
Only person I've ever seen, and I wasn't uncomfortable
Or
about it,
maybe
but
in the Macumbo Lounge.
only strip joint I've ever been in, and I saw something where, and I can't even say it's uncomfortable. I didn't see a professor. Well, no, I didn't feel uncomfortable about that. I saw Marion Barry. I was just shocked more. I was shocked.
Let me tell you who wasn't shocked. Marion Barry.
Yeah, he wasn't. I was shocked. He wasn't at all. Then Mayor of Washington D.C. walked into the penthouse. You know, there was a place on Rhode Island we used to go when we went. And we just called it Open. We never knew the name. We just called it Open because it had a neon sign that said Open. So we went there. We went.
That's like we never closed in New Orleans.
Yeah.
We never closed. For people, digression. We're talking about New Orleans, home. One of the most famous boy places in New Orleans back pre-Katrina was We Never Closed. And it wasn't nothing but a convenience store that just happened to say We Never Closed at the top because they want you to know that we never closed. It wasn't really the name of the store. We just named it. So where you going, bro? Oh, I'm going. We Never Closed. About to go get me a shrimp po' boy dress. Gotta go get that roast beef, bro.
But they never closed. They never did.
They didn't.
I did have I had, ooh, we went one day, like I said, a place called Open, and we were around, I'll just say the fellas, and you know who they are. We were sitting at the table, and one of them said, "Oh my God, that girl's in my class. She was in communications." "Oh my God, that girl's in my class." It's like, all right, okay, just keep cool. Somebody said, just keep cool, just play it off, you know. So she's walking around saying taking tips and thank you, and one person from the house, he said, "Just keep cool, just keep cool." Soon as she comes to the table, "You go to Howard, don't you?" Oh God, damn! What? Are you stupid? What is wrong? What is wrong with you? Oh, I never forgot that. You went to Howard. Did you understand?
Be
Not
cool.
be cool. Just keep. We don't want to embarrass. No, we didn't want to make it uncomfortable. Be cool. We don't want to make it uncomfortable. You went to Howard. Like that's what did it like we asked him to do it. It was like. Oh, it was so hilarious. But you know what? I'm gonna get back on track. Get back on track. We're in the library. And Paul says, I'm going to let you finish, do your thing. And Dwayne is by himself and he falls asleep. And he awakens and there's a strangely dressed white man standing next to him. And
Yeah, this is a real '80s thing too.
he
You
claims
fall
to be,
asleep and you
it's a
you wake up
dream.
in a dream
And he's
and
like,
you're
who are
talking to Shakespeare.
Billy Shakespeare? Is Billy Shakespeare? We come back, we're in the library, we return to Dwayne and Billy Shakespeare. Dwayne doubts it, but Billy speaks to Dwayne on his apathy about his works and all this stuff. And Dwayne expresses that Romeo was just a simp when he could have just laid his thing. He just could have laid some rap down and got the girl, but he was simping this and that. And Billy explains to Dwayne that, did you know that? Because Dwayne wants on this whole thing still about I'm a science, I'm an engineer. He said, you know Leonardo da Vinci? He said, yeah, you know, he was a poet. He was an artist, and Dwayne is shocked at that. And Dwayne awakens from his dream, and then he finds Billy Shakespeare's writing quill. Ooh, creepy. And Dwayne is like, I gotta go write my thing now. He's inspired.
You just
We go to
realize that things, bits that they did on shows in the '80s, some things were just, I'm glad they were left in the '80s.
Boy, you hard, boy. You hard on him. We go to Gilbert Hall. Ernest sitting in the lobby waiting for Freddie for their date. Freddie comes down. A nervous Freddie comes down. Says she is anxious. And she's talking to Ernest. He said, Ernest, I got to admit to you, I went on a date last night. And Ernest is like, did you have fun?
All right.
At that moment, Livingston walks in and Freddie
Livingston rolled up in with a
he walks
woman.
in and he didn't roll in with a woman. He rolls in and Freddie
The
thinks
woman
he's there
came.
for,
Yeah, woman
and
came
she
down
said,
there. Yeah.
and she says Livingston, and Dolores comes down. He says, "Does
What's
everyone
up?
know each other?"
What's happening? What's happening?
Cool, we're off. And he says, "Nice sweater, dude."
He was like, "Peace out."
Peace. And Dolores don't give a F either. Dolores is portrayed by a woman named Kalia. She was an extra, but she used to do homemade jewelry. She had a jewelry store. She used to come by Living Single too. Like
Yeah.
she used to be on Living Single too. Um,
Think she's still doing it?
I do not know. Matter of fact, I went. You know what? I was in the area one time and I saw where her store used to be. It's not there anymore. I have not seen her.
Oh,
in
she had a
years.
store in L.A.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Freddie now sees that Livingston is on a date, not with her.
So it's
And
like, hey, might as well roll out.
let's roll. Let's roll. Back up, Ernest. Let's go. And they say they go on their date. Next day we go to the classroom. It's right before class. Dwayne calls Whitley over to read his poem for her opinion. She at first refuses to write. She says, Dwayne, I am not going to write you a poem at the last minute. And I kind of say, you know what, Whitley? If he did ask you got nerve because you'd had this man fronting for you on Colonel Taylor all year with your non-binomial multiplying ass. So stop. Just stop. She says, no, I want you to read my poem. She begins to read the poem and she's touched by first she says, and this is the first utterance of such and such, written by Dwayne Cleophas Wayne. Cleophas? She's like,
bruh,
it's a family name.
It's not the fact that she was just so excited, bruh, after she read that poem, bruh. She was so touched, bruh.
Yeah.
Because she really thought it was about her. Which, honestly, if she read it, I could see where she might think that.
If you're in your own head like Whitley, yeah, I can see that. But Paul enters and class starts and he reads a 2-word poem that he wrote and got an F on. He explains that poetry, which means Ron may be taking this class for a 5th time after.
Yeah.
Paul asked him to read. No one wants to read, but Whitley stands up and says, Dwayne has a wonderful poem.
Bruh.
Yeah, she
This
should.
this was a funny segment by Whitley. Bruh, she was so excited
Bruh.
listening to this poem when she said, when he read, and he said something about elliptical lips. Elliptical lips is alliteration. That's alliteration. Just wonderful words. Just wonderful words.
She is amen in every moment of this poem. And it's over with. And she's just convinced this is a love poem. And
Bro, it was
Kobe,
legitimately funny, bro. Listening
it was.
to her, bro.
She was.
And
She
Ron
been
too. Ron too. It's too damn long.
It's too damn long, is what it is. Yeah, it was. Ron, and Whitley is like amen in this thing, and she says it's a wonderful love poem. And Kobe says, I think you have it wrong. Mr. Dwayne is talking about the concept. I is talking about the math, and even Kim said, "Yeah, I think it's about math." And it's like, no, it's not. It's a love poem. And when she said, "Yeah, I think it was getting bad because everybody's like, yeah, I kind of think it's about math."
and then Dwayne said, "Who loves math?" He's like, "Nobody loves math like that."
Yeah,
I do.
I do. And she says,
Dwayne said that so sincerely too, like, I do.
It's my first love. He was sincere about it. And then Paul starts to talk about it. He says, you see, there are different interpretations. Poetry can be interpreted different.
It's like,
100
no.
years from now, it can mean something. No, it's not.
No.
It's about math. That was funny to me. Dwayne said, no, 100 years from now, it's about math. And it could mean something. And he kept saying it could mean something different. No, it's about math. I don't know what you talking.
How you gonna have him go write a poem and then you gonna interpret that man's poem? He just told you what it's about.
It's about math. It's like that was funny to me.
Now at that point, I'd be mad at the professor, bro. I'm like, come on, man. He asked me to make my own poem. Then you gonna tell me what the hell it's about?
Tell me my poem. It was funny. He kept saying, I'm like, why is he saying this? That's wrong. You can't tell that man what's poem about. He said, it's about math. It is. And Whitley said it's dumb. She was hot. She said it's dumb.
You're so damn mad.
She was mad. She was straight up mad. It's dumb.
She was that T-shirt.
Bruh. She was a fool. She just thought that was about her, man. It made no sense.
I can't wait to wear mine.
And
I think I might wear that to homecoming.
It'll still be, like I said, it'll still be about math. And then William Shakespeare appears. He appears and he says, tell her it's about love. She's fine.
She's
you know
fine.
What? In 1990, that joke probably killed. Now, it's not so
Didn't
much.
kill for me. I remember when I saw it, I was like, roll my eyes. I knew that was my reaction. I was like, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I'm the hater.
Maybe you are. The Black Log is sponsored by Faded Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, so put life into your loved one's death at Faded Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printing and tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved one's fade to black. Most HBCU think getting caught between two people, even getting caught like Freddie. But even Freddie wasn't really caught. You know what I mean?
I had girls liking a professor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's always that one professor. One professor.
Least likely thing to happen at HBCU. I had two things: going to what seems to be a weekly mud wrestling event, and my poetry professor talking to a professor in my major. I could not see another professor who teaches English or math talking to one of my architecture professors. This young man Rod. I couldn't see that at all.
I put non-applicable. I do understand what you said about the mud wrestling, but I think they just replaced the house with Mud wrestling because they
I
couldn't
didn't
use
think.
that on
Yes, I didn't
NBC.
think about that. That I mean, now that changes my least likely. Um, Hip hop songs for the poetry and story. I had "Sing About Me" by Kendrick because Kendrick is talking about writing and how it affects people. Uh, and for Freddie's story, I had "Creep" by TLC.
I I just specifically for that, since it was about poetry, I just thought of a what hip hop song during that time was just poetry in motion, and I went with "Ain't No Half Steppin'" by Big Daddy Kane.
Step it.
Yeah,
Ain't no. I'm gonna have to go listen to
and
that.
no, and nowhere it can't be clear. Well, I can't remember. I can't even think of a song, but "Ain't No Half Steppin'," bruh, is poetry in motion, bruh.
I had for HBCU alum, Lincoln University alum, Langston Hughes. I wanted him to step into the dream and say, "William, leave. Now, please leave. I respect everything you've done. Even Romeo and Juliet, that whole kind of 18-year-old, 13-year-old love thing. But leave. This is let me handle this." That's what I had.
I had HU grad Debbie Allen.
Oh, we back. Okay, back to Debbie. All right.
Debbie Allen
I thought it was gonna be last.
pulling up on the professor and saying, "Professor or Paul or whatever they call you, you better stay away from them little girls." And she just walks right out.
Don't you have a friend Lydia? That's what they say. Letty? Don't you have a friend Letty? Why don't you go hang out with her?
Say, honey, Letty is going back to wherever she came from, honey. Honey.
She's in the Matrix right now. She's the Oracle.
She is in the Matrix.
What ifs?
Digression.
Huh?
I literally remember when I saw The Matrix. That first movie had me so messed up. We went right after. I remember my wife and we went to this place called Hamburger Hamlet. It's like a little
Hamburger
restaurant.
Hamlet. I remember that place.
Hamburger Hamlet was rolling. But we went there, and I remember we were sitting in there, and I'm looking around, bruh, and I'm just thinking, like, is this real? Like, the first Matrix had me really, like, looking around, like, bruh. Like, bruh. All I can think about with your boy when he backstabbed everybody. I can't remember his name. The one who played the chief in the Bad Boys movies before he got killed.
Cypher.
I don't know his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure. They call him Joey Pants, but
He was remember he was with, the crew, the good crew, and then he stabbed him in the back, and he was like, and he was eating that steak. He was like, may not be real, but tastes so good.
I do remember that scene. I do remember that scene right there. That was kind of crazy. That was, yeah, I remember that. I remember him talking about the steak, and I was like, this is crazy. I remember that.
Yeah.
Joy, his name is Joey Pantalone. That's what it is. Joey Pant is the guy. What ifs? I had one. What if when Livingston took issue with seeing Ernest with Freddie? But he couldn't have because he was still you on a date, but you got issue with him being with Freddie. Or what if he comes in and Freddie mentions that she always thought Livingston's date was attractive, and let's all go out and have a meal and maybe some dancing, and let's see what progressive adults can do.
Might be. I don't know.
Let's see. That just seems like some Freddie thing right there. You know what? She put that smoky voice on. We're all adults here.
Hey. I said, my what if was, what if Freddie just turned cold, bruh, and tried pitting the dudes up against each other. She just pit Ernest and Livingston up against one another. Like, y'all just handle that.
Freddie just went hood? Freddie
Yeah,
just went hood.
yeah, bro. Basically, she just flipped it all on him. Like, damn. Freddie didn't change, man.
You know what? It makes me think. I would love to see Crease Summer in that. I would love to see Crease Summer in a role like that. I would like to see Crease Summer.
You know, quietly, like, when you think about it, the dude who played on the Jamie Foxx show,
Hard to Break.
huh?
Christopher B. Duncan.
I can't remember his character's name, but he was
Hard to Break.
He was kind of the stuck-up dude.
Yeah, Hard to Break. That was his name. Was Hard to Break. It was crazy.
I don't know. I just know Jamie Foxx. Anyway, do you realize that in that show, he plays this character that you probably look at and like, man, you might get typecast. But every other role that you see him in, he's playing a gangster.
Well, he was in South Central.
But he's a gangster. But he's a gangster in like almost everything else that you see him in, bruh. Except for the Jamie Foxx show. It is amazing.
He is a straight hood in South Central with Glenn Plummer. He is like B-Dog or whatever off the streets. Like, what? That's it.
Yeah, you talking about the movie South Central?
Yeah, the movie South Central.
Yeah, I passed on that movie.
I see that.
Yeah. It was something about the trailer when I know it was something with the trailer that was like,
I've never seen the movie. I've just seen the clips of him in it. It just shocked me. I say, oh my God.
I wouldn't doubt him, but I'm just saying. I'm good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was an enjoyable one. Man, I was looking at the next
I think it was the fact that the dude who was wasn't the star of that the guy who kept trying to haze Carlton on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Yeah. I'm good.
He was on that. He was in Minister Society.
I liked him in Minister Society. I didn't like the South Central.
Yeah. He was in Colors. He was in Colors.
He was. Yep.
He was in Colors. Glenn Plummer is the actor. But yeah, I've been looking at, the next 3 episodes, they got a run of episodes in here with some very not heavy themes, but some somewhat heavy themes. Like some
what's coming up?
The one where Whitley goes to the store and the woman treats her.
Oh yeah, with the racism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. What else?
Well, that's the same story. They ain't got nothing to do. Okay. Damn.
Got a little caught up on.
I got caught up in it, and I ain't even.
Got caught up in that first one, and you just caught everything else after that. See,
man,
they got some racism in this next episode.
No, it
wasn't.
Next
2 episodes after that, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. What is it? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's good. It's really, really good. It's really, really good, and it's really deep.
Yeah, it made me go look to see. Let's see. As I heard on one podcast, dude said this is bad podcasting. I guess if you're listening, this is not very good. Actually, it's not very good if you're watching either. But it won't take your boy long. Episodes. So the next one is
Old Friends, Power of the Pen,
Pride, Justice, Prejudice.
And Success Lies in Videotapes is the one where Claire Huxtable comes back.
Oh, I like that one. That's when Claire. That was a good one. I did like that one.
And then the one about the South Africa protests. South African.
Oh, yeah. And at the end, they all sang the song together that they all knew. Somehow they knew this song.
I don't remember about all that. I ain't going to lie.
Don't worry. When you see it, you going to remember. You know, the problem is that they show this show, like, I think they show this episode a lot on TV. So I see that episode a lot.
Oh.
Don't worry. When you see him singing in Mr. Games, all of a sudden knows the song. You're like, how you know it, Mr. Gaines?
Why do I feel they sing the? Where did I hear the end of the road? They do sing that song, don't they, in this series?
That is when
Oh, that's the last. That's the last episode.
yeah, that's when Whitley and
That's talking
Dwayne
about. It's
move
like, why
on.
did I hear them singing the end of the? I don't remember what you talking about, but I remember hearing the end of the road.
And then that's what she said. See you later, Ronaldus.
Off to a different world. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Until next week, we hope to have something special for you next week. Maybe not. I think we're just special, just in general. We hope that you just seeing us as special, but we hope to have something special next week. Until next week, I'm Rod. He's Ryan, and this is the Black Law.